San Francisco. It calls to me, San Francisco. I gotta be back in Frisco, beside the sea, up and down. Chinatown, New York's pace, Chicago's grace. Great towns, but they can't replace the razzmatazz, Alcatraz, and all that jazz. Telegraph Hill, it fits the bill. Cable cars thrill, they thrill me still. Golden Gate Bridge, the bog rolling in. So if you find the need to explore all your dreams, look to San Francisco, my favorite town. Look to San Francisco, my favorite town.
Welcome to Great Chefs of San Francisco, a culinary guided tour with chefs from some of the finest restaurants in the Bay Area. This time from Berkeley, Santa Fe Bar and Grill and chef co-owner Jeremiah Tower. He is one of the city's most interviewed cooking personalities and has, among others, become synonymous with trendy California cuisine. Born in America, Chef Tower grew up in Europe and Australia, tagging along with his father, a businessman whose travels exposed Jeremiah to great food. He moved back to the U.S. and studied architecture at Harvard. Then, on the way to Hawaii, he made a fateful stopover in San Francisco. It introduced him to Alice Waters and her famed restaurant, Chez Panisse in Berkeley. Thus began a chefing career that has been sensational, if not orthodox.
I was down to my last, about $15. And someone said, a friend of mine, because they'd taken me to lunch at Chez Panisse, which was almost a year old at that time, sort of neighborhood cafe. And they said they were looking for a chef. So I hopped on the next bus, called Chez Panisse. I didn't know anybody there. And arrived there at 6 o'clock one evening. Walked into the kitchen and said, "Hi, I'm Jeremiah Tower, and I'm here for an interview." And they said, "Get the hell out." By that time, Alice had come down from upstairs. And she said, "Well, hello, how are you?" And I was telling her, "Fix the soup." So I tasted the soup, and it was the biggest pot of soup I've ever seen in my life. Tasted it, and it needed salt. I put some salt in. It was a little thin, so I put in some cream and stirred it all around, put a little pepper in. Maybe in those days I used to put white wine in soup, so I put in some white wine probably. And they tasted the soup and thought it was a miracle, and I got the job as chef.
Santa Fe Bar and Grill has become a hit in the Bay Area, as have two other operations that Chef Tower has run since leaving Chez Panisse. The menu for this program not only reflects Jeremiah Tower's cooking instincts, but capsulates the whole California movement.
It may be comforting to note that raspberries like this are relatively expensive, even in California.
Sugar syrup. Put in the strawberries and blueberries first, leaving the raspberries behind because they only take a second to warm up. Take a piece of its butter. We're only trying to warm these through. Again, I wanted to show a technique that could be done with anything. That could have also have had passion fruit in it, or papaya, or pears, or pineapple, or anything that you can peel and seed and cut up. They go in according to the time it takes them to cook. If you'd had papaya, they would have gone at the same time as the raspberries, because all you have to do is warm them up, or mango. And also it works with things that aren't quite ripe. In this case, of course, berries, they were ripe. But again, it's the same technique, and you can mix almost any kind of fruits. And then you can put ice cream or whipped cream or Italian rich mascarpone, whatever you like, in the center, or just have it plain. Throw in some mint. You can add kirsch or white alcohols, pear brandy. The only thing is that with that, if you're going to drink a dessert wine, you have to be very careful. The dessert is less sweet than the wine, otherwise it'll make the wine taste sour. Which is a wonderful thing, because instead of buying a tenth of wine, the cook should always buy a fifth, because you're going to have to drink at least a tenth while you're testing the dish. So you keep nipping on the dessert wine and tasting the dessert to make sure that it's not making the wine taste sour.
San Francisco, it calls to me, San Francisco. I gotta be back in Frisco, beside the sea, up and down Chinatown.